All right, excellent. Let's jump right in. This story, today's session is on changing your story. To make sense of life, we tell stories. I mean, you have a story about why you're on this call right now. Just think about it. Why are you here? You'll start telling yourself a story about why you're here. We use stories to explain ideas, to inspire people, to minimize a mistake that we've made. We've all used stories to justify things. Now, the thing about stories is they have a big impact on how we feel about ourselves. You have a story about you and how your life is going right now. And it could be something that motivates you, could be something that inspires you, it could be something that you're telling yourself on repeat about who you are and where your life is going that's either lifting you up or pulling you down. And I want to give you an example right now. I want to tell two stories. And I want you to just see how both of these sit with you. Imagine that you were talking to one of your friends and you said, "How are you today?" And they said, "Oh, just life's so hard, isn't it? It's like, I've got the kids, I've got work, and it's like, don't have time for me. And it's like, I just feel like I'm going from one thing to the other. And then when I get home, I just got to put Netflix on to chill out because it's just, and everything that's going on overseas, it's just so hard to, focus or do anything, isn't it?" I just told you that story and I want you to tell me, do you think that that person's happy? Do you think that person is going to get to the gym on a difficult day? Do you think that they're going to be the person who encourages all their friends to go after their goals? Do you think that person is lifting up the people around them? What do you think? No? Rawls shaking his head. Vicky's shaking her head. No. Now, I want you to imagine a different story. Imagine you ask one of your friends, "Oh, how's things going?" Like, "Oh my God. Like, how amazing is life? I got to see my mum the other day and I haven't seen her for ages. And she told me this story that I hadn't heard for a while. It's like, the kids are going well in school. They're struggling a little bit, but we're working on this thing that we're doing. I'm finding time to get to the gym, which is good. I'm finding a few things to be grateful for. I don't know. I just feel like there's a bit of hope in the world. I feel like I want to do something meaningful. I feel energized. I don't know, I just feel good right now." Do you think that that person's happy? Do you think that that person's going somewhere in life? Yeah. Do you think they're having a positive impact on the people around them? Of course they are. I love the way that Peace Pilgrim said it. If you realized how powerful your thoughts are, you would never say or think a negative thing ever again. We are talking ourselves into and out of things on a daily basis. You want to go to the gym tomorrow? Guess what? You've got a story for why you can't, and you've got also a story of why you can. You can tell yourself anything, any moment. One of the first things that my coach got me to do was she said, "I want you to write out every day what it is that you want." And I thought this was quite silly. Like, I want to be earning this money. I want to be healthy. I had chronic fatigue syndrome. I want to do this. I want to have this. I'm like, this is so stupid. Why am I doing this? I'm never going to have these. And she's like, "I want you to keep writing it, but imagine that you're writing it as if it's a story about where your life is going." And I started writing it. It's like every day I'm feeling more energized. Every day I'm feeling a little bit better. I can see myself getting promotions. I can see myself eventually getting into the kind of relationship. I'm meeting new people. I'm in an office and it's got pot plants. And I started telling myself the story and I started feeling excited. I started feeling like, wow, there's possibilities. There's things that I could have. And this is what we want to be doing for ourselves. Every day we're telling ourselves stories. Now, we're either telling ourselves the story of why we're going to win or the reason why we can't. It's not binary. It's not like either yes or no. There's going to be some kind of spectrum in which some days we're just kind of meh and some days we're leaning one way. But today we're going to do a journaling exercise to set ourselves up for telling ourselves a very empowering story. So what I want you to do, take a pen and paper. You can write Mindset Mondays, changing your story, journaling prompts, whatever you want to write down for this section. And you can write the date if you want. It's the 6th of April, 2026. And our first question, the first thing that we're going to write down is, I think we have to start off with a want. So number one, I want you to write down the one thing that you want most right now. It could be a goal, a desired emotional state, anything that comes to mind. But make it specific though. So you can answer this by writing what I want most right now is. What I want most right now is. And just keep it specific to one thing. Could be I want to feel happy every day that I wake up. I want to earn $10,000 a month doing work I enjoy. I have a goal right now. I want to be 88 kilograms by my wedding day. I want to have a six pack. I want to have this beautiful glowing energy to myself. I want to be able to run 10Ks with ease because I've had shin splints, so I'm healing that. I want my back to feel amazing because I've had some lower back problem after playing tennis a month ago. Make it specific. What I want most right now is. And try and make it relevant about one thing. When we don't have a clearly defined goal, we tend to get pulled in multiple directions. And once you've got a goal, just give me a thumbs up to let me know. Thanks, Harsh. Thanks, Simi. Thanks, Vicky. Once we get a couple more thumbs up, I'll move on to the next one. Thanks, D. Thanks, Ral. Thanks, Dineshi. Perfect. All right, awesome. Question number 2. I want you to write down how you would currently describe your journey towards this want, like it is a story. Now, I don't want you to beat yourself up, but I also want you to be real with yourself here. I don't want you to say, yeah, it's amazing when you don't really feel that way. Imagine that you've been watching yourself and how you're going after this right now, and answer this question by writing, me going after my want, me going after my want currently is the story of. Me going after my want currently is the story of. For me, last week, I got sick with the flu. Right now, the story is a guy who felt like, I don't know if I can do this. I'm up against my paradigm. My old self image is getting in the way. I haven't got to 88 kilograms before. I don't know what that looks like. I'm a little bit scared if I'll be able to sustain it. That is the story right now. What's going to happen after I get there? Will I just get there and have a gut instead of a six pack? What is the story that you have about you going after your want right now? Be honest with yourself. Not to be judgmental, but to be curious. And if you need to, take a deep breath whenever you need to. All right. Amazing work, guys. I'm just finishing up whatever it is that you're writing. If you want to, leave a few lines. You can add to this later. I love to come back to journaling prompts and add to it later. You help expand on the thought. You don't have to rewrite it every single time. I like to, whenever I'm doing journaling prompts on repeat for a while, I like to just leave the answers there and just add to them, and then go back and restart it after a few days once I start feeling like I've expanded it out. So now we're going to move on to question number 3. I want you to think about what you've written and imagine, just imagine for a second that you could inject personality traits into yourself like a writer does to the main character of a movie when the montage starts. You know, we've all seen that movie where they're struggling, then suddenly something happens, and suddenly they just get up and they're just absolutely crushing it. So, what personality traits would you love to see you as the main character going after your want? What would you love to see that version of you embody? And you can dot point them. You can answer this by writing the traits I would love to see myself embody in this story are the traits I would love to see myself embody in this story are. Maybe it's consistency. Maybe it's unwavering self belief. Maybe it's becoming a snappy dresser. Whatever it is for you. One of the ones for me is I'm trying to become a more inventive chef. I'm having to eat a lot of food right now, and I haven't updated the meals that I cook in a very long time. So I've gone up from 3 to 4 meals a day, and I'm eating a lot of stuff that's just getting boring. I discovered dukkha, which is something I put on my egg meal for the week, which is incredible. If you ever have eggs with spinach, look for dukkha. It's like a Middle Eastern like herb spice kind of mix that you put on eggs and meals like that. Might sound silly, but I'll tell you what's changed the game. All right. Awesome. So I'm sure that you just wrote down a couple of things that, yeah, you'd love to just step into and just be that way from now on. Yeah. Excellent. All right. Now, again, just leave some room if you want to add to it later, but we are going to move on to the next question, which is number 4. I love this one. I love it. This is where it gets good, guys. Imagine that the personality traits that you just wrote down are now yours. You're in the movie right now. The character, they've got them. They don't have to try and work on them, they have them. That's how you show up now from in the world. How does the story of going after your want from here on out change? And you can answer this by number 4 writing. Now I have these traits. The story towards my want is now. Now I have these traits. The story towards my want is now. And write what comes to you. My story is now of a guy who goes to the gym no matter what. A guy who eats very nutritious and interesting meals. Story of a guy who's getting more and more energy, confidence, loves the way that he looks when he looks in the mirror. Make it funny. I also feel like a bit of a douchebag because I keep flexing in front of the mirror. Have fun with it. Doesn't have to be serious. Found a new bulge in my tricep the other day. Fantastic. Never noticed that before. And feel free to not just make it about you, make it also about how you're showing up with people in your life, your friends, family, clients. If that feels authentic, if that feels good to you. Feel free to take deep breaths and even smile as you're writing it. Feel the energy of it. Don't just write it, feel it. Alrighty, guys. Excellent work. And if you want to keep writing, keep going. But if you want to also put in the chat right now, one thing about your story, one thing about your story that you'd like to share with the group about how your story now is. Right, manifesting love. Love that. Anyone else has anything they'd love to share? Beautiful. I would feel less lonely and show up with presence and joy. Love that, Emily. D. Happy, energetic woman. Love that. I know the word that comes to me in my one is just vibrant. Like I've got this like energy that people around me, I just walk into a room and they can feel it. That's the thing that comes to mind for me. Just this unwavering, radiating positive energy. Excellent, excellent. And if you want to take a moment to put something in the chat, amazing. We are going to jump into our meditation now. So I want you to, when you feel ready, put your pen and paper down and just shake your body out. Oh, just stretch, do whatever you need to do to get ready for the meditation. We are going to be seated and we are going to be still somewhat. This isn't a dancing meditation, it's mainly a still one. I don't know if anyone here has done dynamic meditation before, but Jesus, that's not what I thought meditating was. It was a lot of screaming and dancing. It was pretty cool though. But we're not doing that today. So just stretching your body out, getting yourself nice and comfortable, and just finding yourself into a nice, comfortable, safe, seated position that you can be in for the duration of this meditation. I'm going to play some music through the speakers and we will jump into it. Once my buttons start lining up, there they are. Perfect. There we go. Right. Just taking a moment to just relax. Do any last second movements that you need to do. Roll your shoulders and just feel yourself arrive into stillness. With your spine nice and straight, pulling your shoulders back, just gently head up. And just take a deep breath in through your nose, really deep into your stomach. And as you breathe out, just let out a sigh out through your mouth. If you haven't already, just gently closing your eyes. Taking another deep breath in through your nose. Feeling yourself be present. Feel your mind slowing down. Breathe out through your mouth with a sigh. Just allowing yourself to arrive into this space. There's nothing to do, there's no expectations to achieve anything. We're coming into this with curiosity. Just giving yourself permission to be curious Now we're going to start today's meditation with a breathing exercise. All we're going to do is 10 really deep inhales through our nose, into our stomach, into our chest. And with every inhale, imagining there's a hook on the top of your head that's pulling you up towards the ceiling. It's stretching out your spine, expanding your body upwards. And every time you take a deep breath out through your mouth, just letting yourself fall down and relax. We'll do these 10 breaths together. They're moving at a pretty medium pace, and I'll guide you. We'll take our first inhale through the nose in 3, 2, 1. Breathe in all the way in. Feel your body rising up and let it out through your mouth all the way down. Breathe in all the way in, rising up. Feel your body expand, and out. Let your body relax all the way down. Breathe in all the way in, deep breath. Breathe out all the way out. Breathe in all the way in. Let yourself smile as you do this. Enjoy it. Breathe out all the way out. Breathe in all the way in. Breathe out all the way out. Breathe in all the way in, rising up even further. Breathe out all the way out. Breathe in all the way in. Feel your spine stretch. Breathe out all the way out. Breathe in all the way in. Don't forget to smile. Breathe out all the way out. Let yourself enjoy it. Breathe in all the way in. Breathe out all the way out. Last one. Breathe in all the way in. And just holding that breath, tensing up your body just slightly, just feeling the power, feeling the smile, feeling the energy in your body. And breathe out. Let it all out. Let your body relax. And just allow your breathing to return completely to normal. Just noticing how you feel, noticing how your body feels. And in your mind, in this beautiful, relaxed, present state, I want you to imagine that you're sitting in a movie theater. And imagine that this theater has 2 screens, one off to the left, one off to the right. And as you're sitting there on the screen on the left, you see a movie start to play. And it's the movie of how you are going right now in regards to your wants. You can see all the actions that you're taking on a day-to-day basis. You can see yourself, whatever it is that you're doing regularly. Just watching, no judgment. Just seeing the images that come to mind. Just noticing your body language, your energy. And as you're sitting there, I want you to start focusing on when you're talking with other people in this vision, and just hearing the way that you're talking about your wants, your life. Just hear what you're saying. Just taking a moment to notice how you feel about your life, how it's going right now in regards to your want. Not to judge, just to notice how you feel about it. Do you feel proud? Do you feel embarrassed? What do you feel? Just sitting in that for a little bit, that's okay. You're safe. You're just being curious. Just take a moment to take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Just feel yourself let that emotion go. And as you're sitting in this theater, imagine that the screen goes blank on the left, and you notice that a few people are coming in to sit down next to you. And it's a few people that you like, that you care about, that care about you. Maybe it's family, friends, someone from work. And they come in and they all greet you and they sit down next to you. They've got big smiles on their faces. They've got popcorn, they've got treat, whatever they've got. And on the right screen, another movie starts playing and it's bright, it's vibrant. And you can see yourself how you want to be showing up towards your want. You can see yourself going after it, being courageous, being disciplined. Just take a moment to see what images come to mind of you going after your want, like the main character of a motivational movie. Whatever scenes you want to see, just see anything that comes to mind. And imagine in this movie, you can see yourself in one of the scenes talking to someone, or maybe even just talking to yourself. And imagine that you can hear what you're saying about your wants, about your goals. You're being grateful, you're being determined. Hear yourself speaking like the person who is going to achieve their wants to others. And imagine now that you turn to the people who are in the theater with you, your friends or family members, and they're all looking at you with big smiles on their faces and they're all saying, wow, that was amazing. We're so proud of you. This is incredible. You've inspired me. The way that you're going after things makes me feel that other things are possible. And they're all smiling. You feel them patting you on the back. And just take a deep breath into that. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And just think about how you're feeling in this moment. What emotion are you feeling? Excited, determined? What emotion are you feeling? Take a deep breath into that feeling. Feel it spreading to the fingertips of your body. Breathe out. Feel this beautiful emotion in every cell of your being. And in your mind, I want you to repeat after me. I have the power to choose my own story. Add energy to what you're saying and how you're saying it in your head. I have the power to choose my own story. I am the creator of my own reality. I am capable of doing everything needed to succeed. I find joy in doing what's needed to succeed. I love doing what causes me to succeed. I am grateful that now I'm living the way I've always wanted to. Take a deep breath into that. Feel it in your body. Deep breath in. Feel it all the way through your body. Feel the energy building and let it out through your mouth with a beautiful sigh and feel your body relax. Just allow the scene of the movie theater to go away and find yourself coming back into your body right now where you're seated, bringing all these beautiful images, all these beautiful feelings back into your body. Take a deep breath into them. Deep breath out. And when you feel ready, you can start to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, bring some gentle motion into your body. Allow yourself to smile about the journey, the images you've just seen. And with a deep breath in through your nose, really deep breath, and a deep breath out, you can slowly and gently open your eyes. Well done and welcome back. All right, everyone. Just taking a moment to do anything that you need to do. If you need to write something down, if you need to take a few deep breaths, whatever you need to do, that's perfect. I want to thank you all for coming along today, for bringing great energy, some smiles, some great comments there. If you do need to jump off now, that's completely fine. But when you do come back into Meetup, if you could give this session a review, I think we've been going for 3 years and like 3 months or something now. And every week we're finding new people coming. And the reason is because people are leaving reviews. I'm actually now one of the top organizers in Meetup. I've got the top organizer badge 2 months in a row now. So I'm pretty chuffed about that. And that's thanks to you guys coming along, sharing the event with friends. So if you've got a friend that comes to mind who you think would really enjoy coming to something like this, it's pretty light, it's pretty easy. We don't go into anything too hectic. So if you think that that's something that someone might like, feel free to invite them. And if anything came up for you personally that you want to reach out and talk to me, please reach out on Meetup. I love talking to new people. My mission is to help as many people as possible set goals that excite them, but create systems and processes that enable them to achieve them. I think everyone is different. And I think going after a goal is an individual thing. So finding some way that works for you is like my mission in life. And if that's something that you're interested in, please reach out to me and we can have a chat as well. Also, I do have a link that I'm going to put in the group here. If you want to help out with the meetup fees, I think it's like $630 a year or something like that. Now it's gone up. So I do have a link there if you want to donate something, if you've really enjoyed it. Please don't donate if you don't want to or you don't feel you can. I'm just opening up the giving and receiving energy. So if that's something you want to do, if you also want to be part of our WhatsApp group, each week we're having a challenge. Last week we didn't because I was unwell, but this week it will be on changing your story. So it's a journaling prompt or two to do each day, and we just check in, share anything that's relevant. And if you want to give feedback about this session, there's a Microsoft form there. I'd love to hear from you anonymously if you'd like to tell us how you think these sessions could be better. Other than that, thank you for coming along. I hope that you really enjoyed it. I'm going to end the recording, but I'm going to turn it over to you guys. The way that that works is whoever's got their cameras on, I just ask you guys to unmute yourself and you can share either a takeaway, something, an experience that you had, a question, or you can also offer an insight. I think that we're all students here, but we're all teachers. So maybe there's something on this topic that you'd like to add that, maybe you feel I didn't cover. I would love to hear it. So I will now end the recording and then turn it over to you guys.